It's so quiet in here. On Friday, March the 27th. Yeah, so I had my whole wonderful, enjoyable last weekend. Spending overnight in Kansas City at the Westin, the hotel with the waterfall. Finally got to stay at the hotel with the waterfall. It's like a 20-year goal. Just like any hole, as is always. And I noticed what I thought was a little line of water under the cabinet, under the sink, and it was. So I checked my corner, over in the corner, and yes, the carpet was wet. I knew it was going to happen again. I knew it wasn't done. I was like, I don't even know what they're going to be able to do about it at this point. But I'm going to go ahead and tell them. Of course, they told them like 2 days later, I think, that it was wet again. So I had the fan and the dehumidifier going, so it has been very loud for the last day or two. I can't remember exactly for sure when I told them, or when they came, because I don't know if they came the next day or the day after I put the work order in, whatever. So that's what I've been hearing a lot for the last day or two, something like that. Is of course the fan is what's the loudest, and it's in the other room right now. They have it pointed up underneath. I can't remember exactly when he said to move it. It's probably fine now. He has it pointed up underneath the dishwasher. I guess he said they're going to contact a contractor or something and see what they have to say about it, because it's like at this point it's like nothing. It's nothing I'm doing, because I was worried about, like the line going behind for the ice maker. I was like, well, maybe that's leaking, because I was trying to remember. I was like, is it any time that I'm making ice when Mom's going to be here? Oh, speaking of, Mom's going to be here, so I need to make ice. Because she would have been here at the beginning of the month. She would have been here a couple weeks ago. So I don't know if that ice up there that I have is still going to be good or not. So I guess I need to make ice. I need to remember that. And cut my fingernails. So yes, it's nice to have it nice and quiet. And I am officially back at seasonal Parks and Rec for the season. I didn't end up going in Monday. He contacted me Friday about it after I did the question. And I think it was after I did the question. Or did I already talk about this last week? Did I already talk about this last week? I don't know. It's been a week. Well, if I can know. But he told me on Friday, he was like, he had to make sure everything was okay with HR. He's like, but if you don't hear from me, go ahead and come in Monday. And I was like, okay. And I didn't hear from him. So I didn't expect to hear from him. So I thought I was going back to Parks and Rec Monday. And why did I... Oh, I guess last weekend was my adventure weekend. That's why. Because I didn't get home until about 6 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. So it's like, I was thinking to myself, I'm like 2-3 hours of sleep, whatever it is not going to be enough to work all night and then, go to Parks and Rec for my 4 hours that I do. And I was like, so it's like, I'm just going to call in, just going to call into the regular job, the regular work. Just like, I need a chance to rest, I wasn't going to. There was part of me that was like, I shouldn't, and Because a couple other people tried to get the day off and they didn't. So I'm like, well, they're already short-staffed anyway. And it's like, but then it was kind of like, eh. I was like, I don't want to, I don't want to try to go all these hours on just a couple hours of sleep. So I called in. Thank you. And then, like a little while later, Gabe contacted me and was like, "Hey, I haven't heard from HR yet. Don't come in until you hear from me." And I was kind of like, "Oh, so I guess I'm not going to Parks and Rec." I was like, "Never mind, I guess." And then he called me at like 10:30 Monday morning. I was like, "Hey, I got it cleared with HR. If you want to go ahead and come on in today, I can come pick you up or whatever." And I was like, maybe tomorrow. Because I was just sitting here in my pajamas, and I'm like, I'm not ready to go. I'm not ready to do a thing. So, Tuesday, I officially started back at Parks and Rec. And today I only worked like an hour and a half, I think it was, because it was, it ran away. It was doctor's appointment day. I went to the doctor's appointment, and my doctor, it was a pretty standard checkup, other than my heart was beating a little bit off when she listened to it. I guess it was like skipping a beat or something every once in a while, something the way that she explained it or something. And so she wanted me to go get an EKG, and she said I could do it any time. And I was like, I'm already late to Parks and Rec. I might as well, because you can just stop off at the hotel. No, you can just stop off at the hospital and just get an EKG. Apparently, like it's a pack of cigarettes. Just jump in there and be like, hey, I need an EKG, and they're like, we got you, fam. Like, okay, cool. So just walked in there, and that's where my little bracelet is from. Which I was gonna I tore off because I got poked and prodded and shocked and everything today. I got it all taken care of. I am summer ready. I am beach body ready. Because I got stabbed. She wanted labs done, and I'm like, can I just do that today? And she's like, yeah, just let them know out there you want to get it done. And I'm like, get it done. I am over here. I do not want to come back over here. I have no reason to come back over here. Just do what you need to do and get it done and over with. But she wanted me to go get an EKG, just to make sure, just to kind of, she said it, how did she put it? She has this way of saying things, like when my, I think it was my echo, something came back, and she was like, the results are boring, but boring is good, kind of thing. So how did she said something today, she's basically just, dotting your T's and crossing your I's, or however I was supposed to say that. She said it doesn't look bad or whatever, but she just wants to make sure that everything's okay. So that's why she wanted me to go get an EKG. And she even told me, she's like, if it's bad, they will keep you until they talk to me. And they didn't keep me. They did the thing, and then they're like, okay, you're good to go. So I guess it was okay. I guess everything was okay. So, and then she wants me to wear a heart monitor or something for a week so that we can get a good, get a good look at the way my heart actually works. Because she said something, and I think that was a part of what my friend Matt had trouble with, is when the doctors would look and test him. His heart wasn't doing anything weird. It was just when it was doing weird things that it was being weird, and then the doctors would test him later and his heart would be fine. So it's he was never really, they could never really exactly see what was going on, what the situation was. So I guess I get to wear a heart monitor for a week and see how that goes. So interesting. I don't know if it's if it's a strap-on. So, I mean, I've heard those are fun. So, depending on, what you want to do. So, what you want to do. That's a song, but I can't think of it right now. I made noodles. I have noodles that are sitting in there, waiting to be eaten. I was trying to think if there's any other thing, any other update, since this is our weekly get-together, update, questiones. But I think that might be it. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. If it comes to me, I guess I will come on you. How does that sound? Alright, so, okay, good. I thought I lost my bookmark for a second, but I did not. So let's find out what this week's question is. And when I was working last night, I found a book that looks like it might be interesting. I don't know if I want to start it now or some other time, but it's like My Life in Sketches or something, and it gives you like drawing prompts. I am no artiste by any means. I am a fartiste, but that's a completely different topic. I don't think I could put pictures on a book that way, unless I was a chartiste. Then maybe I could. But then you got to be super talented, to draw the Mona Lisa. But it sounds like it might be interesting. It sounds like it might be fun. So I might be starting a sketchbook. Maybe sometime. Like I said, I'm terrible at math. I don't know. I expected to be done with this book in a year, and I still have so many more pages to go. So I don't know if I would do both at the same time or what. But anyway, to get one question deeper into this bitch, write about the last thing that made you smile. A demon parasite? Is that what they decided the thing was from the Smile movies? I can't remember. A demon cunt. I saw Country Mist over there. So a demon cunt. What was the last thing that made me smile? I'm always like laughing and giggling and masking my true darkness. So there's that. There, I just smiled right there. I'm always being stupid. I'm always like, I don't know. Life's more entertaining if you just don't give a shit, I guess, and you're just goofy and dumb and stupid, and I don't know. I probably definitely smiled a lot last weekend. You were looking at me funny. When I was, when I was having my weekend, going to the hotel with the waterfall, and finally fulfilling a dream, and my view out over Kansas City was nice. I mean, I feel like I smile on a fairly regular basis. So I don't know. Nothing specifically makes me smile. I had Sonic yesterday. That was pretty good. They're on DoorDash. And since, now that I'm back at Parks and Rec, I can't go to payday lunch with my fam, my overnight fam. So I had my own lunch. And they're on Sonic is on DoorDash now here locally. I've been to other places and Sonic has been on DoorDash. I think you could order it on Postmates or maybe Uber Eats. I don't know. There was I think you could order Sonic delivery on one of the other apps for some weird, odd fucking reason, and I don't know why. Country Kitchen is on DoorDash now. Of course, you could always go to their website and order, order delivery, and you could get Country Kitchen delivered anytime. Oh goodness. So yeah, I don't know. So I can't really pinpoint exactly the last thing that made me smile, because I'm always cutting up and being a dumbass. So I mean, I smile, or giggle, titter, fwaha, fwaha, guffaw. That's the word I was looking at. Guffaw. It sounds like a Power Ranger. Guffaw. I don't think that's what they said in that show. There's and then something would explode. This is what happens. Actually, if you watch Power Rangers RPM, there's this whole scene that, like, whoever wrote that scene had to be, like, a fan. Like, they were waiting for so long, like, salivating to write that scene, because they bring up the whole, like, why does my Zord have big, giant, googly anime eyes? And they're like, so I've noticed sometimes when I morph, there's, like, this huge explosion behind me. And they're like, yes, that's the residual runoff of the energy from the morphin grid, or some bullshit. I don't know. They came up with some reason for, for everything, in that little opening scene, but which ends up becoming relevant later, because they used the explosion to defeat the enemy. So, I mean, spoilers, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, I can't really pinpoint exactly the last thing that made me smile, because I mean, unfortunately, I mean, I didn't finish the story of this thing. I just realized, because I took off I got my labs done, so I took that off, because I swept the shop today at Parks and Rec, and I was like, at some point I figured I would come across scissors and I would cut this off, and then I kept forgetting, and then I never saw scissors, and then every time I would think of it, I was like, oh, I was looking for scissors. And I figured cleaning up the shop, eventually at some point I would come across that, or like, maybe not a switchblade, but like some kind of something to like cut this off, but I never did, which is why I still have it on, and then I came home and fell asleep. So I didn't even get my own scissors. I made noodles, but not my own scissors. And I feel like I was about to say something before I got distracted by that thought, and then that counteracted the other thought, and it's gone. But yeah, I can't really pinpoint exactly work. I think I was talking about work. Like I'll smile, and I mean, sometimes I'm not really in the mood to like, talk or cut up or whatever. It's just kind of like, ugh, I'm here again, but I mean, sometimes it's like the only way to get through it is to like be goofy and stupid and make jokes and entertain myself while I'm stuck there for 9 fucking hours. So like I'll even smile at work, because it's like I'm being stupid, and so I'm sure last night I probably did. I know, I was joking with some of the nurses this morning, and it's like, so I don't know. I can't pinpoint exactly the last thing that made me smile, but a lot of things have and do, I guess, because I just kind of smile my way through life like a fucking idiot. So there you go. Yeah, I don't really have anything coming up, anything to do, anything of importance that I can think of now that the big weekend is over. Except for to go on another big weekend. We are doing the Titanic experience on April 11th. So I'll be going back to the city then, just not spending the night. So there's that, but that's a couple weekends from now. Maybe 2? Is that 2 weekends from now? Maybe? I don't fucking know. There again, I don't know how much of it they'll let you film. I don't know. Because I know when Sean and I were in Branson, we went to the Titanic thing down there, and the first part of, for some kind of, copyright reason, you can't film or take pictures of like the first half of the tour. You can't do anything until you get to like the grand staircase or whatever, and then you can start taking videos. So I don't know if that'll be like the same rule for. I've seen people post pictures on Facebook. They've went and done the Titanic thing. I just don't know. So I guess I'll be able to film some of it. I don't know. And of course, our adventure, our lunch, our whatever other stuff we do. So there's that. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to start the sketching thing. I didn't buy the book. I kind of forgot about it, but I was thinking it's like, oh, I was even looking. I was like, I could buy like multicolored pens and get get fancy with it. Get fancy, just get dancy. Why so serious? So raise your glass if you were wrong. Okay, there's where my brain's going. A Pink song. Thor G. Thor loves Pink. Just loves her. Absolutely. But yeah, that's all I can think. Other than to be back next week with another question. Maybe, hopefully soon. Because it's the beginning of April, and I've heard the beginning of April is when the new Mountain Dew is being released. The Mountain Dew / cream soda. So, it's dirty Mountain Dew something. I've seen I've seen pictures of that on Facebook too. So it is being released in certain areas. I just don't know if this is one of the areas. I don't know if we'll be one of the first ones to get it. I think the people getting it were saying so. I think maybe they were in Alabama, maybe down south. I don't know. But I'm hoping soon. I'm thinking at the beginning of April is when. I think that might have been when Gail told me, because Gail mentioned he talked to their Pepsi rep down there. And I think that's what he was telling me, was like the first week of April or something. Beginning of April sometime. So, but there again, they might get it down there, and we might not get it here. I don't know. I feel like sometimes we're one of the first areas to get the stuff. I don't know, maybe not, but we shall see on that. So there might be, I never know, another random taste test. Never know. Comes up sometimes, but other than that, nothing else came to mind to update you on. So I guess I'm going to turn this shit back on, make it loud in here again. I won't smile about that. But get my noodles, eat my noodles, take my hair down. Whoa. Beautiful. And eat my noodles? Did I say that? I don't fucking know. But anyway, other than that, have a good weekend, and I'll see you for what I see you.